Christian, you had a couple big catches on that final drive in South Dakota. Can you just talk about the final drive? What was the mentality of the team?
Well, when they scored, we seen there was like 2:16 on the clock, and eventually it was 2:07 when we got the ball after the kickoff. It felt like an eternity of time to me, at least, because we work on it every single Wednesday, the 2-minute drill, and we practice it with 1:16 on the clock. So we knew, when I saw we had an extra 50 seconds, I said, this is nothing to us. I mean, if we do our jobs, and do what we're supposed to do, we can move the ball down the field, and it's going to be no problem. So, and that's why I think there was no panic in the offensive huddle. It was just, hey, we've done this in practice. We do this in practice every single week versus our defense. So let's go out and do it in the game time. That's why we practice it. That's why we do it.
Christian, are those the type of moments that can, are catalysts when you look back at them for a deep run for the rest of the season, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it's good for our team. We need to go through that stuff. I think a lot of people look at that game saying, oh, man, they only beat a 4-5 football team in the last, 10 seconds. Well, that's not the case. That's a good football team. The record doesn't show how good they were. And, we need to go through that because that's playoff football right there. That's what it's going to be. We plan on making the playoffs. And, I'm sure we're going to have to go through moments like that in the playoffs. So that's getting us prepared. We went through one in Southern Illinois, and we just went through that. So we get thrown. If it happens to happen again, we're going to be ready for it, even though I hope it doesn't.
Played it at UNI. Can you talk about it?
Yeah, I really liked Northern Iowa my first time there, my freshman year. I didn't like the fact that we lost in the last minute, but I just thought it was a really cool environment. Fans are really passionate towards their team. I'm really excited to be out there, play there again. I don't know. I really liked playing UNI. UNI might be the favorite team I've played the past 2 years since I've been here. 1-1 versus them, but it's a dogfight when you play against them. No matter what their record is, they always are going to have great football players. They're well coached. They play with great effort. It's going to be a dogfight. And playing in their dome, the only thing I didn't like, the turf is a little weird. But, everything else, I just really enjoy playing them.
Christian, with their record being what it is, do you think that maybe their coach is looking to maybe supplement some new players in there and get them some experience, or is he going to bank on sticking with what he think is working but not winning with?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I didn't really think of that. He might do that because I don't know. They're 4-5. I don't know what their playoff chances are. So he might just say, hey, let's get some kids some experience for next year. He might say that. I'm not sure. He might stick with what he's got now. But either way, I'm just ready to go out there and play a tough football team because we're going to get their best effort. They would love to say they beat us, whatever ranked team we are right now, and 8-1. They would love to say, hey, we knocked off Youngstown State. So I'm expecting their best effort come Saturday, and I'm expecting a dogfight.
Being the team that other teams are saying that, we would love to knock off this 8-1 Youngstown State team. How great is that going into games, that's what you're saying instead of the opposite? Yeah,
that's a great feeling. That's where you want to be. You want to be the team say that that has other people saying, man, I want to beat them, or fact is them saying I dislike Youngstown State. You want to be in that position. It's a great honor, and it tells us that we've been doing what we're supposed to do really well. So no, that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to have it.
What about either personnel-wise or schematically, as a receiver, is challenging about the UNI defense?
They're secondary. They're very athletic. They're very fast. They do. Understand. They're coverage-wise. You know what you're going to get from them, but you have to be very well at executing. Running your routes. The cover 2 they run. They've been running since my freshman year. It's a pain in the behind. And it's very challenging, but it requires you to be physical in the game too as well. The corners are going to get up on you, try and get their hands on you. And we just got to play football. Bottom line, though, it's like that every week. We just got to play ball, though, and we'll be ready for it, though. We'll be well prepared.
Are you surprised they're struggling as much as they are?
Yes, very surprised. It was kind of like what we were last year. They're 4-0 and number 4 in the nation playing North Dakota State. They had them. They were up 23-13, and all of a sudden they lost 24-23. But, and all of a sudden now it's turned into 5 straight. Because you watch them on film. If you don't see the score of the game or anything, you would look at them and say, there's no way this is a 4-5 football team. They got some good talent. They got really good football players, and they're well coached. I'm shocked that they're 4-5. I expect us to go in here and this be like a top, around the country the big time game of the week, honestly. But it still is in my mind, in our minds, you know. So we know it's just because they're 4 and 5, it's still UNI, you know. They're gonna be ready to play, you know. And like I said before, it's gonna be a dogfight.
I know travel's tough in this league. Are you glad this is your last?
Yeah, very glad. I mean, after a while, it gets annoying sitting there waiting to get in the plane, and then sometimes the plane doesn't take off; it's delayed. It's just it gets annoying, honestly. You know, so I'm happy our last 2 conference games are at home.
Where's your favorite and least favorite place to play in the league?
Least favorite.
Favorite? I mean, I don't know if the UNI is your favorite.
My least favorite, I guess. I'm trying to think in the league. I guess Indiana State. It was. I mean, I don't know. Maybe because the 2 times I was there, my freshman year, we were down 21-0, and we came back. We lost by 2, and it was just a muggy day out there. And then last time we were here, we won, but it was just crappy. This wasn't a great environment that day, you know. My favorites, though, I mean, I think we play in some good stadiums. I mean, Fargo, that dome's unbelievable. I love Southern Illinois. I think Southern Illinois is a great environment. I think UNI is a great environment. You know, we play in some nice places. You know, big time football places.
1-11 in the last 12, 0-6 up there over that stretch. I mean, there's got to be an emphasis here to get off that schneid.
Yeah. Last year was great feeling knowing that was the first time we beat them in 11 years. So, but it goes back to what I said. You know, I mean, this is UNI. You know, we still we know back in the past, like you just said. You know, they own the series right now. You know, this has been a football program in UNI that's not been just good this past few years. I mean, they've been good over the years, going back. I mean, they just are a very good football program, and they get players every single year. They just reload. So, yeah, it would be nice that we could start turning that around in favor of us now.
Do you feel like this is a rivalry game of sorts? Has it become that?
I mean, in my opinion, yeah. If there's a team, I say that's, I don't know, in my opinion, our biggest rival in my mind, I would say is Northern Iowa. The games we have versus them, even the year before I got here, you know, I know that was like 31-28. That was a great game. You know, they're just always great football, games. 2 great teams, great athletes, great coaching staffs. You know, in my opinion, this is our biggest rivalry game. I mean, it's my favorite, one of my favorites. You know, so yeah, I would say definitely a rivalry.
Can you talk about the confidence the team has in big moments like the last drive? You know,
Yeah.
What is the confidence like? What is the feeling like when you guys going on the field for a situation like that?
We're very calm. You know, on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. You know, we're calm. We act like we've been there because our experiences in the past 2 years, us falling short in certain situations, we've gained experience from that. You know, so now when we get out there, like I said, when we got the ball 2 minutes, 7 seconds left, it was like, hey, let's just go out and do what we do. You know what I mean? It's just like at practice. You know, it's nothing to be worried about or scared. You know, we just get out there and we just play football. You know, because we got the experience now. We know we have the talent. You know, so it's never been that. We're experienced. You know, we're extremely focused. You know, that goes back to taking one day at a time. You know, that's all I'm worried about today is Tuesday, winning today's practice.